This is your wake-up call. The world doesn't care about your excuses, your fears, or your doubts. True mental toughness isn't built on comfort. It's forged in the fire of relentless pressure. Today you will learn how to develop an unbreakable mindset, one that endures every challenge, overcomes every obstacle, and emerges stronger every single time. No more hesitation. No more weakness. It's time to become unstoppable. Let's go. Chapter 1. Stop proving, start doing. Listen carefully. This is where most fail. They spend their energy trying to prove themselves. To others. To the world. But the truth? You don't need their permission. You don't need their validation. All that matters is what you think about you. That's the key. You have a choice. You can chase validation or you can chase results. Which one will you choose? Because if you keep proving yourself to others, you'll never be free. You'll stay stuck in the cycle of seeking approval, never truly progressing. You must understand this. Real success is action. Action over excuses. Effort over validation. Stop proving yourself to others. Prove yourself to you. That's the only validation that lasts. When you focus on doing, on grinding, on pushing forward no matter what, you build something unbreakable. You build your mental toughness. You build your character. And that's what separates the winners from the pretenders. Every day you have to ask yourself, am I proving or am I doing? Because showing up isn't enough. Doing what's uncomfortable, doing what's hard, that's the true test. Because anyone can talk about greatness, but only a few will actually put in the effort. That's the difference. That's the discipline. Look around. People talk a big game. They post, they share, they seek attention. But when the real challenge hits, when no one's watching, that's when most fold. Don't be most. You master your ego. You master your excuses. You master your laziness. You do what needs to be done, whether anyone sees it or not. That's the secret. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. Success isn't about impressing others. It's about impressing you. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see someone who's committed? Or someone who's making excuses? Because the moment you stop proving, you start doing. And that's when change happens. Remember, effort beats talent. Hard work beats luck. Discipline beats motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is permanent. You must develop the discipline to show up when it's hard. When it's cold. When you're tired. When everyone else quits. That's the real difference. You're not here to be average. You're here to be relentless. To be unbreakable. To develop mental toughness that nothing can shake. And that starts with one thing. Stop proving yourself to others. Start proving yourself to you. Because once you do, nothing can stop you. This is the beginning. The foundation. The core of everything you want. You master your fear. You master your ego. You master your excuses. Now, get to work. Because the only thing standing between you and greatness is your willingness to stop proving and start doing. You've got this. Now, move forward. Because your future depends on the effort you put in today. No more excuses. No more waiting. Just action. That is the path. That is the key. Next, we're going to talk about the mindset of the relentless. Stay tuned. Chapter 2. The Mindset of the Relentless. Listen up. This is where most people fail. They face setbacks, and they fold. They get knocked down, and they stay down. But not you. Not the relentless. You have a choice. You can see setbacks as the end. Or you can see them as the beginning. That's the key. Relentless people don't accept defeat. They refuse to surrender. They view every obstacle as a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson. Every loss is fuel. You must understand this. Success isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you fall. That's the true measure of mental resilience. You need to train your mind. Train it to stay focused when everything around you is collapsing. Train it to stay calm when chaos is happening. Because the world will test you. Life will push you to your limits. But your job, your mission, is to confront every challenge head-on. No retreat. No surrender. The mindset of the relentless is simple but brutal. When adversity strikes, you don't panic. You don't complain. You don't quit. You attack harder. You push through pain, through doubt, through fear. Why? Because you understand this. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Resistance is your teacher. Resistance is your builder. Resistance is your forge. You have a choice. You can let setbacks define you, or you can let setbacks refine you. The difference? The relentless never let setbacks define their story. They redefine their setbacks as opportunities. They see failure as feedback. They don't run from pain, they embrace it. They don't avoid pressure, they thrive under it. That's the mindset of the relentless. Success is about mental resilience. It's about training your mind every single day to stay laser-focused on your goals, regardless of what's happening around you. When doubt creeps in, you combat it with confidence. When fear whispers, you shout back with courage. When fatigue hits, you push harder. That's the discipline. That's the relentless attitude. You must develop this mindset. Cultivate it daily. Because your mind is your greatest weapon. And the way you sharpen that weapon is by confronting challenges head-on. No retreat. No surrender. Repeat that. No retreat. No surrender. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every problem is a chance to prove your resilience. The relentless mindset is about perspective. It's about seeing obstacles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. It's about understanding that every difficulty is a test of your discipline, your mental toughness. And the only way to pass that test is to confront it, head-on, without hesitation. You don't need their permission. You don't need a sign from the universe. You only need your own resolve, your own mental toughness. That's the key. When others fold, you stand tall. When others give up, you push through. That's what separates the strong from the weak. That's what builds unbreakable minds. Remember this, the true warrior isn't the one who never falls. The true warrior is the one who falls and gets back up, every single time. The resilient mind doesn't accept defeat. It accepts the challenge. It uses setbacks as fuel to ignite the fire inside. Because setbacks are just setups for a comeback. That's the truth. You have a choice. To accept defeat or to forge your mental resilience. Choose resilience. Choose toughness. Choose to confront every challenge with relentless focus. Because that's the mindset that will carry you through the storm. That's the mindset that will turn failures into victories. That's the key. You mastered your fear. Now, let's unlock the true power of your mind. Chapter 3. Embrace pain as your power. Listen closely. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is not a sign to quit. Pain is a signal that you're growing. That's the truth. If you want to develop relentless mental toughness, you must understand this. Pain is the raw material of strength. You have a choice. You can run from pain, or you can harness it. That's the key. Avoid pain, and you avoid progress. It's simple. The more you shy away from discomfort, the weaker you become. The more you seek comfort, the more fragile your mind becomes. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a builder. Pain is your greatest ally if you use it correctly. Every time you face pain, be it physical, emotional, or mental, you're stepping into your growth zone. That's where transformation happens. That's where champions are forged. You must understand this. Pain is your guide. Pain is your weapon. Pain is your power. You have a choice. You can see pain as a threat or see it as an opportunity. The relentless see it as opportunity. They see pain as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. You don't need their permission to embrace pain. You only need your discipline. Because pain, when harnessed, fuels your fire. It makes you fiercer. It makes you unbreakable. Here's the truth. Every obstacle, every failure, every setback comes with a price. The price? Pain. But here's the secret. Pain is not the enemy. Ignoring pain is the enemy. Running from pain is the enemy. Giving in to pain? That's the enemy. You must understand that pain is a signal that you are pushing your limits, that you are expanding your boundaries. When pain hits, most people fold. They back off. They let discomfort tell them to stop. But not you. You confront pain head-on. You use pain as a weapon. Each pain point, the burn in your muscles, the doubt in your mind, the fear in your heart, each one is a stepping stone toward strength. You harness it. You dominate it. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. Repeat after me. Pain is your teacher. Embrace it, harness it, dominate it. Say it again. Pain is the teacher. Pain is the teacher. And the lesson? Growth. Progress. Power. You don't learn in comfort. You learn in chaos. You grow in discomfort. That's the truth. You want to become relentless? You want to develop mental toughness that nothing can break? Then you will welcome pain. You will seek it out. You will use it. Because pain is your power. Pain is your fuel. Pain is the forge that turns weakness into strength. Stop resisting pain. Stop avoiding discomfort. Instead, lean into it. Push through it. Break it. Because every time you do, you become more resilient. You become more unshakable. You become a force that no obstacle can stop. That's the secret. That's the discipline. You have a choice. To let pain defeat you or to let pain define you. The relentless don't run from pain, they embrace it. They use it as a weapon. They dominate it. Pain is the raw material of champions. Pain is your power. Pain is your destiny if you claim it. Remember this. Pain is not your weakness. It's your weapon. It's your strength. It's the fire that forges your unbreakable mindset. You master your pain, or it masters you. The choice is yours. Make it today. You've faced pain. Now, let's talk about how to turn that pain into your greatest power. Chapter 4. Silence the inner weakling. Listen carefully. Your mind is your battlefield. It's also your prison. The difference? Discipline. You have a choice. You can let doubt, fear, and negativity control you. Or you can master your mind. That's the key. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your thoughts can be your prison, or your liberation. If you allow negative self-talk to run wild, you build walls that trap you. If you control that voice, if you command it, then you build a fortress of mental strength. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. You only need discipline. Replace every doubt, every fear, every negative thought with a commanding affirmation. Tell yourself, I am strong. I am relentless. I overcome everything. Make these affirmations your armor, because thoughts are weapons. Use them wisely. Use them constantly. Repeat, silence the doubts. Your mind is your battlefield. Say it again. Silence the doubts. Your mind is your battlefield. You've got to understand this. Your thoughts are the first line of defense. If you let doubt creep in, it will weaken you. If you let negative self-talk take over, it will destroy your confidence. But if you develop discipline, if you train your mind to reject weakness, you will become unstoppable. That's the truth. You have a choice. You can listen to that weak voice that whispers you can't, or you can silence it with the roar of your discipline. You control your mind, or it controls you. The choice is simple. Discipline is the weapon. Discipline is the shield. Discipline is the armor. Every day, you must silence that inner critic. Shut down the doubts. Crush the fears. Replace them with commanding, positive affirmations. You don't talk to yourself like a victim. Talk to yourself like a champion. Because the champion's voice is loud, confident, unshakable. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. When negative thoughts attack, because they will, stand firm. Fight back. Don't let them dominate your mind. You do that by repeating your affirmations, by declaring your strength, by refusing to listen to the weakling inside. That's the key. That's how you build mental armor. That's how you become unbreakable. Remember this, your thoughts are your battleground. You either win or lose there. You either silence the doubts or you give them power. You have a choice. Silence the doubts. Your mind is your battlefield. Control it. Conquer it. Because if you don't, the doubts will control you. That's the truth. You mastered your fear. Now, master your thoughts. Silence the inner weakling. Turn your internal voice into your greatest ally. Because a strong mind is unstoppable. A disciplined mind is unbreakable. And that's the path to relentless mental toughness. Next, we're going to explore how to turn failures into your fuel. Stay tuned. Chapter 5. Turn failures into fuel. Listen up. Failures are not the end. Failures are not the enemy. Failures are the raw material of champions. You have a choice. You can see failure as a sign to quit. Or you can see it as a sign to attack harder. That's the key. Failure is part of the process. Failure is feedback. Failure is the price you pay for growth. The question is, what do you do when you fail? Do you fold? Do you wallow? Or do you learn, adapt, and attack again? Because that's the difference. That's the mindset of the relentless. You need a failure-first mentality. Fail fast. Fail hard. And then, use failure as your fuel. Every setback, every mistake, every loss, use it. Don't hide from it. Don't deny it. Embrace it. The more you fail, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, the closer you are to mastery. You have to understand this. Failure is not the enemy. Ignoring failure is the enemy. Running from failure is the enemy. Giving up because of failure, that's the enemy. Failures are your stepping stones. Failures are your lessons. Failures are your fuel. You turn failure into fuel by analyzing it, by dissecting it, by understanding what went wrong. Then you attack again, more focused, more ruthless, more relentless. Repeat after me, fail fast, fail hard, and use failure as your fuel. Say it again. Fail fast, fail hard, and use failure as your fuel. Because the winners? They don't fear failure. They chase it. They seek it. They embrace it. Because only through failure do you find your true strength. When you fail, most people get discouraged. Most people think failure is final. But not you. You see failure as a sign that you're pushing your limits. You see failure as an opportunity to improve. Because every failure is a lesson. Every failure is a chance to sharpen your skills. Every failure is a chance to come back stronger. You must adopt this mindset. Fail early. Fail often. Fail forward. Every failure is a gift. Every failure is a stepping stone. Every failure is a lesson that makes you smarter, tougher, more relentless. Don't fear failure. Welcome it. Harness it. Use it. Because failure is the fuel that will propel you to greatness. That's the truth. You have a choice. To let failure defeat you or to turn failure into your greatest weapon. The relentless turn failures into fuel. They use setbacks as setups for comebacks. They get knocked down, and they get up even stronger. Fail fast. Fail hard. And then, attack harder. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. Remember this, failures are not the enemy. They are the foundation. They are the stepping stones. They are the fuel. Failures teach you resilience. Failures teach you discipline. Failures teach you what works and what doesn't. You must learn from every failure. You must adapt. You must attack again. Because the only true failure is the failure to try again. You mastered your fear. Now, master your failures. Turn every setback into a setup for your comeback. Use failure as your fuel. Because the greatest success stories are written by those who refused to quit. Who failed, but refused to stay down. Who saw failure as a lesson and not a loss. That's the path to relentless greatness. You have a choice. Fail or forge forward. Fail or grow stronger. Fail or become unstoppable. Fail fast, fail hard, and use failure as your fuel. That's the secret. That's the discipline. That's the way of the relentless. Next, we'll explore how to turn your failures into unstoppable motivation. Stay tuned. Chapter 6. Master your inner voice. Listen carefully. Your inner voice is your most powerful weapon, or it can be your greatest enemy. It all depends on who's in control. You have a choice. You can let that voice tear you down or build you up. That's the key. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your inner dialogue creates your world. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, then your actions will follow. But if you control what you say to yourself, if you make your inner voice a relentless coach, then you become unstoppable. You don't need their permission. You only need to command your mind. Control your words. Control your thoughts. Because your words are the foundation of your actions. If you say, I can't, guess what? You won't. If you say, I'm not enough, then you won't push through. But if you speak victory into your mind, your voice is your weapon, you will forge a mind that no obstacle can break. That's the truth. You must understand this. Your mind listens. Your mind absorbs what you feed it. Negative thoughts are enemies. They weaken you. They cause doubt. They breed hesitation. You must become your own best coach. You must become your own fiercest advocate. Speak strength. Speak power. Speak confidence. Repeat, speak victory into your mind. Your voice is your weapon. Say it again. Speak victory into your mind. Your voice is your weapon. Because the battle is inside. The war is fought in your head. If you lose that war, you lose everything. But if you dominate your inner voice, if you make it relentless, if you command it, then you win. Every single time. You have a choice. To let your inner critic destroy you or to make your inner coach elevate you. Because your thoughts become your actions. Your words shape your reality. You don't need their permission. You don't need validation from anyone. You only need discipline over your mind. That's the key. Every day, you must take control. Every day, you must speak victory into your mind. When doubt whispers, shut it down. When fear speaks, silence it. When weakness shows its face, counter it with your commanding words. Because your words are your weapons. Use them. Wield them fiercely. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. Repeat after me. Speak victory into your mind. Your voice is your weapon. Say it again. Speak victory into your mind. Your voice is your weapon. Because if you don't control your inner voice, it will control you. It will tell you to quit. It will tell you to give up. It will tell you that you're not enough. But you are more than enough. You are a warrior. You are relentless. Your inner voice is the compass. It guides your actions. It fuels your motivation. Or it destroys your confidence. The choice is yours. You have a choice. To let your inner critic dominate or to dominate your inner critic. To build your mental fortress or to tear it down with doubt. That's the truth. You mastered your fear. Now, master your words. Master your thoughts. Make your voice a relentless coach. Because a powerful voice creates a powerful mind. A disciplined voice creates an unstoppable force. And that's the path to mental toughness. That's the path to relentless success. Remember this, your words are your weapons. Speak victory into your mind. Command your inner voice. Wield that power daily. Because the greatest victory begins inside. Control your mind. Control your voice. And nothing can stop you. Next, we're going to unlock the secrets to relentless discipline. Stay tuned. Chapter 7. The Discipline of Unbreakable Habits. Listen closely. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a daily decision. Every day you have a choice. You can drift. Or you can develop unbreakable habits. That's the key. Habits are the foundation of mental toughness. They're the armor you wear every single day. Because discipline in small things, Small actions repeated consistently builds resilience in big moments. The truth? Small daily disciplines compound. They create unstoppable momentum. You don't need their permission. You only need your commitment. Develop habits that reinforce your mental toughness. Wake up early. Push yourself in training. Read. Write. Meditate. Whatever it is, make it non-negotiable. Because discipline in the small things prepares you for the big things. Small habits shape your character. Small habits shape your future. Small habits shape your destiny. You have a choice. To be reactive or proactive. To drift aimlessly or to craft unbreakable routines. Because routines aren't just about order, they're about discipline. They're about consistency. They're about creating a fortress in your mind that no chaos can penetrate. You master this by repeating. 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 Repeat after me. Consistency is your armor. Wear it daily. Say it again. Consistency is your armor. Wear it daily. Because the relentless don't rely on luck or fleeting motivation. They rely on habits. Habits are what carry them through when motivation fades. Habits are what keep them moving when the world is against them. Discipline in the small things is what makes you unbreakable. It's the difference between the weak and the warrior. It's the difference between quitting and conquering. When you build unbreakable habits, you create an environment where mental toughness thrives. You make discipline automatic. You make resilience a second nature. Look around. Most people fail because they abandon their habits when it gets tough. They skip workouts, they stop reading, they let excuses slip in. But not you. You understand this truth. Discipline in the small things creates resilience in the big things. You stick to your routines, no matter what. You show up. You follow through. That's the discipline. That's the secret. Every day, you reinforce your armor. Every day, you strengthen your habits. Because habits are the foundation of your mental toughness. They are the building blocks of your unstoppable spirit. You must be relentless in maintaining them. You must be disciplined in executing them. Because discipline in small things is what makes you unbreakable. You have a choice. To be inconsistent or to be relentless. To give in or to push forward. To quit or to conquer. Because consistency is your armor, wear it daily. That's the key. That's the discipline. That's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Remember this, success isn't built in a day. Success is built daily. Every small act of discipline adds up. Every moment you choose effort over ease. Every time you resist temptation and stick to your routines, those are the moments that forge your unbreakable habits. Those are the moments that craft your relentless mindset. You mastered your fear. Now, master your habits. Because your habits determine your destiny. Your discipline in the small things makes you unbreakable. Your consistency makes you unstoppable. Keep building. Keep reinforcing. Because the path of the relentless is paved with unbreakable habits. Next, we're going to uncover the power of resilience over resistance. Stay tuned. Chapter 8. Resilience over resistance. Listen carefully. Resistance is temporary. It's fleeting. It's the obstacle that stands in your way today. But resistance fades. Resistance breaks. Resistance is only a moment. But resilience? Resilience is permanent. It's the armor that lasts. It's the shield that never cracks. You have a choice. You can give in to resistance or you can develop resilience. That's the key. Resistance is easy to fall for. Resistance whispers, quit now. Resistance whispers, it's too hard. Resistance whispers, stand down. But resistance is a liar. Resistance is a mirage. Resistance is temporary. Resilience? Resilience is what you build. Resilience is what you become. Resilience is what stays long after resistance has gone. You must understand this. Pushing through resistance is the only way forward. Resistance is the enemy of progress. Resistance is the enemy of growth. Resistance is the enemy of your potential. But you? You are not most. You are relentless. You refuse to bend. You refuse to break. You push through resistance. No matter what. No matter how hard. No matter how long. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. Repeat after me. Resilience is your shield. Resist nothing. Endure everything. Say it again. Resilience is your shield. Resist nothing. Endure everything. Because the strongest warriors are not the ones who avoid resistance. They are the ones who face it head-on. And they endure. They push. They fight. They resist nothing but give everything. You have a choice. To be defeated by resistance or to conquer it with resilience. Because resistance is temporary. It's a fleeting obstacle. But resilience? Resilience is your permanent advantage. Resilience is the foundation of mental toughness. It's what makes you unbreakable. It's what makes you unstoppable. When resistance appears, because it will, you must keep moving. You must push forward. You must resist the urge to give up. That's the secret. That's the discipline. Resistance will test you. Resistance will push you to your limits. But resilience? Resilience is what carries you beyond those limits. Resilience is what turns setbacks into comebacks. Resilience is what makes you rise again and again. Remember this, resistance is temporary. Resilience is forever. Resistance whispers, stop. Resilience shouts, keep going. Resistance dims, but resilience shines brighter. Resistance is a moment. Resilience is a lifestyle. Resistance can be defeated. Resilience must be built. And you build it by never bending, never breaking. You develop resilience by pushing through pain, doubt, and fatigue. You develop resilience by refusing to surrender. You must understand this truth. Resistance is a test. Resilience is the answer. Resistance is the challenge. Resilience is the solution. Resistance is the enemy of progress. Resilience is the key to your evolution. You don't resist resistance. You endure it. You don't fight resistance. You transcend it. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. You have a choice. To fold under resistance or to stand tall with resilience. Because resilience is your shield. Resist nothing. Endure everything. That's the key. That's the secret. Resistance will come, and it will go. But resilience? Resilience remains. It's what makes you unbreakable. It's what makes you relentless. You mastered your fear. You turned pain into power. Now, you turn resistance into resilience. Because resistance is temporary. Resilience is permanent. And the true warrior? The true champion? They're the ones who resist nothing and endure everything. Next, we're going to unlock the true cost of comfort and the path of relentless growth. Stay tuned. Chapter 9. The price of comfort is your growth. Listen up. Comfort zones are cages. They trap you. They lock you in a prison of complacency. And the worst part? Most people choose to stay there. They settle. They settle for mediocrity. They settle for comfort. But you? You are not most. You are relentless. You understand this truth. The price of comfort is your growth. Comfort is a trap. It's a trap that promises ease but delivers stagnation. It promises safety but delivers weakness. The longer you stay comfortable, the more you rot inside. The longer you cling to safety, the more you decay. Because growth demands sacrifice. Growth demands discomfort. Growth demands you leave that cage. You have a choice. Stay in comfort or break free. That's the key. You must embrace discomfort if you want to evolve. Comfort is a trap. Seek discomfort. Find your power. Every moment you resist pain, you resist progress. Every time you choose ease over effort, you choose stagnation. That's the truth. Comfort is a trap. It promises security but delivers stagnation. It promises happiness but delivers weakness. You must understand this. Real power is born in discomfort. Real strength is forged in the fire of sacrifice. You have a choice. to stay comfortable or to push through discomfort. Because comfort is a trap. It's a lie that the world feeds you. It's a lie that your mind believes. But you reject that lie. You seek discomfort. You chase challenge. You pursue pain. Because pain and challenge are the only paths to real growth. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. Repeat after me: comfort is a trap. Seek discomfort. Find your power. Say it again. Comfort is a trap. Seek discomfort. Find your power. Because every moment you resist discomfort, you delay your rise. Every time you choose comfort, you choose stagnation. But every time you embrace challenge, you forge resilience. You forge strength. You forge unbreakable willpower. Look around. Most people fear discomfort. They avoid it at all costs. They numb themselves with distractions, with excuses, with comfort. But not you. You know that comfort is the enemy of progress. You know that growth demands sacrifice. You understand that the price of comfort is your growth. You accept that price willingly. Because you know what's waiting on the other side of discomfort? Power. Strength. Unstoppable momentum. You must understand this. The longer you stay in comfort, the further you fall behind. The longer you cling to ease, the weaker you become. The only way to grow is to leave that cage. To push past pain. To endure discomfort. That's the discipline. That's the secret. Because comfort promises happiness, but delivers stagnation. Discomfort promises growth, but delivers strength. You choose. You have a choice. Stay stagnant or push forward. Stay comfortable or develop unbreakable resilience. Because the price of comfort is your growth. But the reward? The reward is limitless power, unstoppable momentum, and relentless discipline. You master your comfort, or you remain a prisoner of complacency. The choice is yours. Remember this: comfort is a trap. Seek discomfort, find your power. Every sacrifice, every challenge, every moment of pain, those are the prices you pay for true strength. And the more you pay that price, the higher you rise. The more you push past comfort, the more unstoppable you become. That's the truth. Next, we will unlock the secret of unleashing your inner warrior. Stay tuned. Chapter 10. Unleash your inner warrior. Listen closely. This is the final piece. This is the ultimate truth. The greatest power you can wield is your raw, relentless warrior spirit. It's not about playing small. It's not about holding back. It's about unleashing the beast inside you. You have a choice. You can keep that warrior hidden, or you can awaken it. That's the key. Deep inside, you are born to conquer. Deep inside, you are meant to dominate. Deep inside, you are a warrior. But most people never tap into that strength. They suppress it. They hide it. They settle for mediocrity. Not you. You understand this. The ultimate mental toughness is unleashing your warrior spirit. It's fighting for your success with fierce determination. It's battling every obstacle with relentless force. That's the truth. You must awaken the warrior within. You must rise up. You must fight for what you want. Fight for every inch. Fight for every dream. Fight for your future. Because the battlefield is inside your mind. And the weapon is your fierce, primal strength. Your grit. Your unbreakable will. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. You only need to awaken the warrior within. Repeat after me: awaken the warrior within. You are born to conquer. Say it again. Awaken the warrior within. You are born to conquer. Because that warrior is your ultimate weapon. That warrior is what makes you unstoppable. That warrior is what turns a man into a legend. You must tap into that primal strength. You must fight with everything you have. Because the battle is not outside. It's inside. You have a choice. To remain passive or to become fierce. To stay quiet or to unleash your roar. Because the warrior within is waiting. It's waiting to be awakened. It's waiting to be unleashed. And when you do, nothing can stand in your way. No obstacle, No fear, no doubt. Because the warrior within is your true power. It's your raw, relentless force. You must understand this. The warrior doesn't hold back. The warrior fights for every inch. The warrior fights for every second. The warrior fights until the last breath. That's the discipline. That's the mindset. The warrior fights with ferocity. The warrior fights with passion. The warrior fights with relentless courage. That's the path to greatness. That's the path to unbreakable mental toughness. You are born to conquer. You are born to dominate. You are born to unleash that primal force. But you must choose to awaken that warrior. You must choose to fight. You must choose to never give up. Because the greatest power you have is inside you. It's waiting to be unleashed. It's waiting to roar. It's waiting to conquer. Repeat again. Awaken the warrior within. You are born to conquer. Say it loud. Say it proud. Because the warrior is your true self. The warrior is what makes you unstoppable. The warrior is what turns dreams into reality. The warrior is what makes you a legend. Now go. Awaken your warrior. Fight for your destiny. Fight for your greatness. Fight with everything inside you. Because you are born to conquer. You are born to win. And nothing can stop a warrior who refuses to surrender. This is your moment. This is your time. Unleash your raw, relentless warrior spirit. Be fierce. Be unstoppable. Be legendary. Because you are born to conquer. Next, I challenge you. Step into your warrior. Own your power. Own your destiny. The path to greatness begins now. Unleash the warrior within. You are born to conquer. You've been told the truth. Mental toughness isn't a gift, it's a choice. It's forged in the fires of discipline, resistance, pain, and failure. You will face challenges. There's no avoiding them. But you will also rise each time, stronger, more relentless, more unbreakable. This is your moment. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your strength, your resilience, your relentless spirit is yours to claim. Now, I challenge you. Commit to developing mental toughness every day. No excuses. No retreat. Only victory. Go out and dominate. Unleash the warrior within, starting now. Asterisk. Asterisk.